Okay, something is wrong. I'm about to end this live too, because this is just ridiculous. I'm not about to stay live. You can let me out up here. You can pull over or something. You don't have to take me to the front door. Don't take me to the front door. Don't take me to the front door. Yeah? Yes, thank you. Oh, because I do not want to be the subject of cameras. It's not what I want. Okay, so let's see what today is going to bring, because it's already been one. I hate the tunnels. That's one. Good morning. Two, it's still kind of damp outside. So, yeah, it's kind of showing me what kind of day it's going to be. I'm trying to get my people in here. Hold on, you guys. Okay, there we go. All right. What's happening, hot stuffs? Hey, everybody.
How you doing? Hi.
I don't see nobody outside. So I'm going to assume that everybody is inside, because I don't see anyone out here. I don't even see Uda. Okay, got you. All right, so we're gonna take another stab at this again. So you guys, okay, there's people lined up to go inside. I've already missed the early go-in, so I'm not going up to the main courtroom. I don't know, maybe Friday I'll try to get here early. I'm not sure. I gotta see. Either Friday or Monday I'll try to get up there early. But I have no idea. It's really quiet out here, but it's also really early. But I am up at the courthouse. As you guys can see, I'm always at the courthouse. Now, I was doing a live previously, and in that previous live, I was explaining to you guys about the perjury with Bryana Bongolan, and I was going in about what I didn't get from the defense versus what we got from the defense. So I'm gonna just be doing like a little bit of a recap to that. So if you were already in here and you already saw that, then bear with me, because we have to get that up for the channel. And then I'm going to be going in later, and I'm going to be deleting at certain points of the live that I don't want to be in it. All right, you guys, what's poppin', everybody? It's your girl, your favorite doc tender, that girl Henny, and I'm here to give you your recap from yesterday and to give you a little bit of this and that about what's already going on. So as for yesterday, we did hear from the prosecution. They brought Agent Penland in, and Agent Penland gave us a breakdown of the timeline where they showed us, know where that's coming from. Crazy thing is, everybody who was here overnight, I do have to talk to y'all about the line holders too, but I'll probably talk to y'all about that later on tonight. Anyway, so we got a timeline of events that happened yesterday where they walked us through Diddy purchasing the tickets, the hotel rooms, and all of that stuff, right? And I brought you guys that update on it yesterday. Well, today we thought that Brendan Paul was going to be testifying yesterday, but they ended up keeping Agent Penland on the stand all day. I don't know if this ambulance is coming or not up the block. But you know, if they do, what's going to happen, I'm going to end up having to mute. And I am going to go put my microphone in just so that I can make sure that I'm crystal clear. All right? All right. Bear with me 1 second. Then you guys have my undivided attention. This is in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. Oh, you guys, it's Brian Steele. It is the man of steel. Good morning, Brian. How are you? I'm doing great, thank you. All right, you guys caught Brian Steele going into the courtroom. Okay, as y'all can see. All right, so y'all can hear me good? Any glasses in the chat if y'all can hear me good so that we can go ahead and we can get this going. All right, so that was yesterday. We did not get to Brendan Paul, like I said, because Agent Penland was on the stand all day yesterday. So now today we're supposed to be getting, did I say Brendan Paul? I did say that. Okay. Today he's going to be taking the stand. There are some things that Steele is representing Diddy. So we are going to be hearing from him. I'm interested in hearing how he ended up in Diddy's orbit. I'm interested in hearing what his roles were, what it is that he can testify to. I mean, Brendan was the last one that was arrested that we know of, and he was the only person arrested in the raid. When they raided the home, they detained Justin, and I believe King. They were taken out in handcuffs. Stevie J was there, but nobody else was arrested. And according to the government, when they did go in and they raided Diddy's home, to their understanding, nobody was supposed to be in the home. It was supposed to be emptied out. They knew that he was going on a vacation. So this was strategically planned, okay? So I'm interested in hearing when he entered in, the things that he's witnessed, and what led up to what. Now, when I was talking to you guys earlier about Bryana, because Bryana still seems to be a talking point for a lot of people and even for the defense, because the defense is still trying to go after Bryana for perjury. Now, what I was saying in my previous live before I went through the tunnel and it got all jacked up was there were things that I was looking for the defense to do. And one of the things that the defense did was they attacked the date of when it happened. And that's where they're trying to say the perjury came in at. They're trying to say that because she didn't have her dates right and Diddy was on the East Coast, not the West Coast, in New Jersey with the Bad Boy reunion tour, that there was no way possible that he could have been in LA and dangled her from over the balcony. When you go into Cassie's lawsuit, she talks about Bryana being dangled over a hotel balcony. But Bryana's story has been the story that has been the most that I have paid attention to, because at the end of the day, when you think about it, Cassie's an outside entity telling a story, as where Bryana is the person who it actually happened to. Now, the judge did already say that that was a long time ago. She was on a lot of illegal substances. And so lapse in memory is not perjury. But I think what people aren't also looking at is what we got versus what we didn't get. What we got were photos that, yes, while there was metadata that dated it on September 26th, it takes a couple days for a bruise to turn purplish black. It doesn't happen within a matter of a couple of hours. It takes a couple of days. Oh, I thought this was somebody. Um, so they told us where he was on the 25th. They told us where he was on the 26th. And I believe they told us where he was on the 27th. But they did not tell us where he was on the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, the 23rd. Days where this incident could have happened and that bruise could have easily set in and turned that nasty purplish color that we saw. She also had like strawberry patches on her back from where this alleged incident happened. Also, there was a text message between KK and Cassie that happened a couple of days after it. Now, granted, the text message says from Cassie to KK, I just heard some crazy ish that Puff dangled Bryana over the balcony. Now, she never clarifies where she heard this from, who told her any of that. We've never gotten to the bottom of that situation right there. So it's possible because Brianna said she left after that incident happened where she got dangled over the balcony. So it's possible that there was a conversation that was had days later with Cassie explaining to her what happened because she said she saw him pulling her back over the balcony and throwing her into the patio furniture, which means she missed the whole thing. She missed everything that had happened. It was bruising. We saw the photographs of the bruising in court. And this is where people who are in the courtroom versus people who are outside of the courtroom come into play. They showed us the bruising. So whoever's telling you that there was no bruising, that's a lie. Not purplish black. And no, it doesn't have, bruises do not turn purple instantaneously, you guys. They don't. Okay, now he caused bruises and he had kinky sex. RICO, RICO rolling up the rights we have. That's not what it is. No, they actually don't. Good grief. Haven't seen a fight happen. Okay, I don't know what you're looking for, Dorcas, but yeah. Bruising can happen immediately, but not purplish black. You guys, have y'all ever gotten a bruise? I'm starting to question some of these people up in here. Hey, what's up, Smoked Out TV? Yeah, everything is good. Good morning. I got time today. She also said she took the pictures the same day, which I don't believe she did. What I'm going to say to you is I believe something happened to Bryana. And what makes me stick to the fact that I believe something happened to Bryana is the fact that Diddy offered her money to settle her suit as soon as he got a letter for demand. And if you remember, she said the first two letters that went to him for demand of payment were from Tyrone Blackburn, and that he had exaggerated, lied basically, in that demand letter, that she didn't know he had lied in the demand letter. But once she found out, she fired him and 86'd him up out of there. So that means that Diddy saw that demand letter, and regardless to what was inside of it, he was trying to settle. He had Rod Holiday reach out to Bryana. And see, this is where I'm talking about when it comes down to the defense, the things that we got versus what we didn't get. They never debunked or debated whether or not that phone call from Rod Holiday actually happened. They never debunked or debated whether or not Diddy gave him permission to speak on his behalf. They never debunked any of that. All they did was stick to the metadata that they had, which was dated the 26th. Again, I do believe that she has some of the intricate details twisted up a bit, but I do believe that it happened. Exactly. It's light red after it happens. Listen, I ran into one of the seats, the edge of the seat in the gallery when I was getting up to leave out. And my leg was sore and it was red. Over the course of the next couple of days, that thing went from red to, you could see it was like a slight blue, and then it turned like this purple, and then it stayed that way for a little while and it's starting to fade. Purplish black bruises do not happen instantly. You've never seen anybody get punched in the eye and the same day, like instantly, the eye turns purple. You see swelling. You start to see where the blood vessels were broken, but over the course of days is where you really get to see how hard that impact was. That is another one, Charmed Life. It could have happened in the morning. He does have a plane. You are making a valid point. And all of these things actually do make sense to me. What I'm saying to you guys is there is evidence. Are you sitting here going to tell me that way back when Cassie and Bryana plotted that they were going to come up with this story of her being dangled years ago for them to come out with it now? Oh, we're going to come up with this story and then we're going to wait like 6, 7 years and then we're going to file a lawsuit. I would have liked to have seen the prosecution the defense attack every aspect of the story. But because they did not harp on that part about Rod Holiday is what made me sit here like the only thing you're going at is the fact that this girl is saying, I know this incident happened. I may not remember the date, but I have this photograph. So if I took the photograph, it had to have been that day. Again, is it possible that she's lying? Yes, there is a possibility that she's lying. Did Bryana cause some? Was there reasonable doubt raised with Bryana? I can actually say yes, I can see reasonable doubt happening with Bryana because now you are starting to put pieces of the story together to make the story make sense because it was all over the place a bit. But lapse in memory, excessive drug use does not cause perjury. That is not grounds for perjury. And that's why the judge did not perjure Bryana. Now, the reason why the defense wants to go hard at Bryana is because Bryana has a lawsuit against Diddy right now. And if they can take this portion of her testimony in this case right now and prove perjury, then that will dismiss the lawsuit that she has against Diddy going at this moment as we speak. Now, as I was saying in my previous video, there are several civil lawsuits that Diddy still has that are waiting in the wind for him. Okay? You still have the Dawn Richard lawsuit. You still have the Dawn Woods lawsuit. You still have the Little Rod lawsuit. Even though there were aspects and portions, hey, Bree, of the Little Rod lawsuit that were dismissed, they weren't, the whole case was not thrown out. You still have the girl that was hired to be a go-go dancer at the white parties that ended up being a little sex worker for him and had a little thing going on with Jacob the jeweler. You still have her lawsuit. There's still multiple lawsuits, civil lawsuits that are out there, regardless to what. I agree with you, A Charmed Life. Flight logs. Y'all have not shown us where his private jet was, if his private jet was moved that morning or not. Hey, CJ, there's nothing that really. The only thing they harped on was the metadata. So for me, when it came down to the defense, yes, they caused a reasonable doubt, but no, they did not cause me to believe this girl was lying. They didn't. They didn't. Cassie, Bryana, Diddy, they were all getting zooted and booted back then on everything, including acid, except for the Atron. You's a liar. Thank you, CJ. So, yeah, that's where we are right now. And I just feel like, the prosecution did a good job of laying out everything that they were coming to lay out. That's in my opinion. The defense did a good job at the smoke and mirrors that they were putting out because they have a lot of people who are actually buying in to what the defense is putting out there. But again, I'm looking for the defense to debunk. That's what I'm looking for them to debunk. Even though they don't have to prove guilt or innocence, I'm looking for them to come a little bit harder with their strategy because even with them debunking or whatever it is that you want to call, what they're doing, they'll cause, like for me, I can only speak for me, they'll give me a momentary, like, but then when I start to weigh out what's been laid out and I look at the evidence that's in front of me and I actually go into these predicates, to me, they have proven their case. Now it all boils down to what is the defense? I'm looking forward to the defense calling their people. I'm not one of those people that feels like the prosecution laid it out and therefore we don't have to hear nothing else. Like I don't want to hear what the defense. No, I want to hear what the defense has to say. But let's not get it twisted and act like we have not heard and seen for ourselves different instances where Diddy has been involved in other things. Oh, here comes Mark Garagos. Good morning, Mark. I'm good. How are you? Mark Garagos, defense attorney. All right, you guys. So y'all got Brian Steele, y'all got Mark Garagos this morning. Don't say I haven't caught any exclusives for y'all. So these are the things, yes, Agnifilo. In 2 days, they're only putting on a defense for 2 days. I don't know if they're putting on a defense for 2 days. What I heard was they would rest by next week, that they were only calling about 3 to 5 people. Oh, you see me, Lady T? You see me, Lady T, on the square biz? He's going down for at least the Cassie thing. Well, that's the thing. Now let's be completely honest with one another, okay? Jane, if I could tell y'all who Jane was, that would make it so much easier. And I'm wondering if once they come out with a verdict, if we could speak then. Because the fact that I can't tell y'all who Jane is really killing me, because then you would understand why I am like this when it comes to Jane. Jane was about lifestyle, okay? And that doesn't mean that she deserved anything that was done to her. But there is a question mark over Jane for me. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Cassie, sealed, signed, sealed, delivered for me. But Jane is questionable. I have questions. I have questions. I have questions. Cassie was not a Cassie didn't give video vixen vibes. Cassie didn't give I want to be a part of this lifestyle type of vibes the way that Jane gave those vibes, because if you go down her history, if you go down Jane's history, it no woman ever deserves to be abused, degraded, humiliated, abused in any way, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. No human being deserves that. Not even a man deserves that. Nobody deserves that. Well, we are not able to say her name. Those of us who were in court, we are under court order that we cannot reveal her identity. So I can't say her name regardless to whether other people may or may not have released her identity. I can't confirm or deny that. Is he going to prison? Joseph Dallas, I can't answer that. The case is not over. I haven't seen what the defense has to offer. I can't answer that definitively. What I could say is I see the prosecution's case. That's all I could say. Jane is a mother, but I don't know what mother you're speaking of. When you say the mother, not his mother. No, his mother is Janice Combs. And then we have Donaldson. Okay, we have Xavier Donaldson coming, you guys. He's all the way down the block. Here comes Xavier Donaldson. That is a tall drink of water, y'all. That is him. Okay, that is part of Diddy's defense team. We see the defense team is here, which means that I'm going to be heading in soon. Okay, there goes Mr. Donaldson right there. Good morning, Mr. Donaldson. How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. All right, you guys. That's 3. Y'all got to see 3. That's Diddy's defense. Okay, that's Diddy's defense. I'm just saying hello. I'm not asking any questions because here's the thing. The lawyers are under a gag order, so they can't say anything. If you say, well, you can say things like, how do you feel going into court today? Are y'all ready? You can say things like that. But I found that just saying, good morning, how are you? It gives them now, Brian Steele, he seems like he's very friendly. Okay. Yeah. I would say they're tired. They're probably just as tired as we are. Oh, share the love. You ain't been here very long, are you? I am pro the truth and evidence. That's what I am. That the jury is still out on that too. Hey, good morning. The jury is still out on that too. Brother Janice, his mother, or his aunt. I don't know. Um, what you got in that smoke? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, come on. Delbark, what are you calling Cap on? What's Cap? Welcome to the chat. Yes, welcome to the chat. Please stay on topic. I am pro the truth and evidence, okay? Listen, if there was no evidence here, if I really felt like there was nothing here, I would tell y'all there's nothing here. But when I've sat and I've looked and I've talked to other people and had conversations and we've gone down different things, you see it. Oh, okay. So I'm like, wait a minute, Delbark, where you calling me Cap? Hold on. What I do? Truth is, this is too long. Honestly, this has been going on for way too long. And if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't even want to be out here. If I show y'all my eyes right now, y'all are probably gonna be like, Kenny, go home. Let me show y'all. My eyes are all puffed up from allergies. My allergies are really bad. Look at this. It looks like I got stung by bees around my eyes, as somebody said. So I have my sunglasses on to kind of like cover and protect my eyes because I'm looking crazy out here. Whether Janice is his mother or his, oh, Janice. From what I understand, Janice is his mother. I've heard rumors that that's his aunt and not his real mother, but those are rumors. I don't know of that to be true. I think I just missed Nicole Westmoreland. I did. I missed Nicole Westmoreland going in because she didn't come down here. She goes in up that way, so I missed her. Defense is dragging this out because they don't have a defense. Oh dang, allergies suck. That's not fun. No, it's not fun. Trust me. And when they get to itching, oh my God. Now, I am gonna come back out here at the lunchtime and give you guys a lunchtime update as well. When we go on break from there. But I'm gonna be so honest with you. The defense better come with a hard hitting, groundbreaking strategy because 33 witnesses. Is it 33? It might be more than 33. Let me go down my list. Yeah, it will be 33 witnesses. We have Israel Flores, Daniel, who was the hotel security, Daniel Phillips, who was an escort. Then you've got Cassie, you got Yesin Bender, which was an agent, Dawn Richard, former artist, Kerry Morgan, Cassie's ex-best friend, David James, a former assistant, Regina Ventura, Cassie's mother, Sheree Hayes, the Punisher, an escort, Gerard Gannon, an agent, Dr. Dawn Hughes, a forensic psychologist, George Kaplan, former assistant, Scott Muscuddy, Kid Cudi, Cassie's ex, Mila Morales, Cassie's friend and makeup artist, Joshua Croft, an agent, Capricorn Clark, former assistant, Chris Ignacio from the LAPD, Lance Jimenez from the LAFD, an arson investigator, Deontay Nash, Cassie's friend and stylist, Mia, a former assistant and Cassie's friend. Sylvia Oken from the Beverly Hills Hilton. She was the director of marketing and sales. Eddie Garcia, security from the Intercontinental Hotel. Derek Ferguson, former Bad Boy CFO. Frank Piazza, forensic audio and visual expert. Bryana Bongolan, Cassie's friend with the balcony incident. Enrique Santos, a data extraction expert. Jane, Diddy's girlfriend from 2021 until, because we don't know if they're still dealing with each other or not, right? I forgot to put Frederick Zimar, the manager for the Limitage. So he got put in here late because I forgot about him. Andre Lemon, a special agent for Homeland Security. Jonathan Perez, a former assistant. Ayana Shanker from for Ayana Shanker. Then we had Penland yesterday, and then today we are going to have Brendan Paul. Those are all of the people who have testified. That is 33 witnesses for the government. Now we're going to see what happens with with the defense. Who are the defense? Who are they calling in? Okay. Now, in order to be prosecuted under RICO, Diddy must have committed at least 2 predicate offenses within a 10-year period as part of a criminal enterprise. Okay? Violent crimes are unaliving, kidnapping, assault, arson, assault, assault is a RICO predicate, you guys. Trafficking or distribution of illegal substances. And let me explain something to you. That does not have to be for profit, you guys. It's a lot of intricate details that go into all of this, and maybe we will get into that at a later date. Maybe tomorrow when we're off. Because then I could actually delve into things a little bit more. We have some Suburbans that are pulling up, you guys. So let's go see who's in this one, if anybody at all. And then after this, I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna go get my coffee, and then I'm going to go get my seat in the courtroom. Good morning. Who's Uda? Uda. You know he's usually out here before us. He might have slept in. Um, yeah, you guys, it's kind of desolate out here. Nobody is really here. As y'all can see, no one is really here. The press tents have dwindled. In the beginning, there were people from that tent all the way down. And as you can see now, out of all the major news networks, one is set up over here. There's only 5 major news networks set up this morning, you guys. So I don't know if people are over it. Good morning. Hey, everyone. Denat is here. I'm tired of.
I had a comedy show last night.
Oh, how did that go?
Great. I got out of 15 people, I got number 2 only because they're racist and they just don't number white judges. You know, they didn't even get my loop around of a Jerry Maguire joke. That's how white they is.
Oh no.
They're lame.
Listen, when I tell y'all people are tired, we're tired.
Out of here.
I'm ready to go home. I'm only here for y'all.
Hennessy, like, subscribe to the channel, and show her the money.
And
show her the money.
Tell
show her
them
the
where
money.
you at, because you had to switch channels. Yes, it was. Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? That's Jerry Maguire too. Exactly. He's coming with me.
I did that too last day. I was like,
and they didn't get it.
But I was like, I got on the D train. The D stands for big dick. Then I had to transfer to the F because it stands for.
I used to say that.
Yeah, I got an Amazonian anaconda who's coming with me. And then after that, I was like, yeah, I went to Hollywood and shit like that. Tyler Perry got sued. Nobody want to fuck on you. Can you just imagine Medea as a top? Show me the money.
Get out of here.
Show me the money.
Listen. Oh yeah, we didn't get into that Medea stuff because I was tired yesterday. The defense wore me out. Do you hear me? I'm gotta tap out. You going in? Okay, darling. You go inside. I'll be in there in a minute. Cause ain't much going on out here. Good morning, honey. How are you feeling? I'm feeling better. I just wish these eyes was better, honey. Cause these eyes is something different. Okay, if I show you these eyes, I'm looking hurt around these eyes. But yeah, court may have already started. Yesterday they started early. That's when the judge got into it with them about the leak that happened. But I'm wondering where the leak came from because Tini Garagos' dad, Mark Garagos, does Two Angry Men podcast with TMZ's Harvey Levin. And it seems like Harvey is privy to a lot of things that a lot of us are looking at it like, how do you know that? But I'm not making any accusations or assumptions. I'm just saying what the people are saying, okay? Lord, never seen him that calm. He is very calm in person. This is what I'm telling y'all. He's very calm in person. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What happened to my eyes? This is what happened to my eyes, my allergies. My eyes are puffy and swollen and they won't go down. I'm allergic to tree pollen and that's all I'm surrounded by is tree pollen, you guys. New York has not been nice to me. New York is attacking me right now. I'm ready to go back to Florida. I miss my bed, my kids, my mom, my pets. I miss Henny Studios. I miss all of that. Yeah, it's really bad, you guys. It's really, really bad. Um, Hopefully they don't start, even though it feels like they're trying to start itching. I can feel it. Do we know what evidence was sealed? Did it benefit the defense or the prosecution? Well, we don't know what evidence was leaked. All we know is it was a video that was supposed to be redacted, that was not redacted, and the judge is investigating. Okay. So I've been taking Claritin and Benadryl, but it does not seem to be working. So I may have to go skedaddle over to urgent care. Okay. But anyway, you guys, I'm getting ready to go take my behind inside so I can find out all the hot Henny. Then come out here and spill it to y'all because today is todaying and it is the day that we have been waiting for. So I will let y'all know all that Mr. Brendan Paul has had to say up on that stand. Y'all know I'm going to have my notebook and my pen out and I'm going to be taking them notes for y'all. We are going to take in all of the last. This is the last of the prosecution's witnesses, y'all. He is the last of the Mohicans, and then we will be getting into the defense, and I am very much interested in seeing what the defense has to say. But anyway, in the meantime and in between time, y'all be good how y'all be good. Remember that love is always love and vibe high so the bullshit don't stick, and I'll see y'all at lunchtime. Peace, everybody.